when you see a lot of change in words, like the way that the sentences are structured, not just punctuation or not just one or two words indicating verb tense, that indicates that we may be looking at a question that requires more of an understanding of intended meaning than just abstract grammar. So I'm going to read what's happening first without the answer choice. So it says, compared to that of alumina glass, silica glass atoms are so far apart that they are unable to reform bonds after being separated. So whatever's going to go in that blank has to be compared to something that is basically possessed by the alumina glass. So let's see if we can't get that guy highlighted. There we go. So if we start choice A, silica glass is at a significant disadvantage. Well, you can't compare something that alumina glass possesses to silica glass directly. So choice A is out because we're introducing an inaccurate comparison. So we'll just highlight silica glass, and we can highlight silica glass in choice B as another incorrect comparison. So then moving on to choice C, a significant disadvantage of silica glass. No, we're not saying that alumina glass has a significant disadvantage. It's a possession of alumina glass. And again, alumina glass isn't going, why would it have a significant disadvantage just inherently? So we're going to eliminate choice C as again having an incorrect comparison. But this possessive of silica glass's atomic arrangement, well, alumina glass and silica glass certainly could have two different atomic arrangements that were compared. So let's read choice D to confirm an overall coherent meaning in full. Compared to that of alumina glass, silica glass's atomic arrangement is more dispersed, resulting in a significant disadvantage. Silica glass atoms are so far apart that they are unable to reform bonds after being separated. We've got the narrative in the proper kind of rhetorical order. Choice D is the correct answer. And